This is the Tonor TC-30 USB condenser microphone, and it is without a doubt one of the best value for money budget microphones you can get if you want to start out with YouTube, streaming, or maybe even a podcast. Of course, it has a few quirks here and there, but I still think it is something that you should buy. If you've been watching my channel for a considerable amount of time, then you will know that I have gone through several different phases regarding my audio using several different microphones. I have used a total of 4 different USB condenser microphones, and I will be comparing this Tonor TC-30 to all the other microphones that I have used previously. But before that, let's take a look at what you get in the box when you purchase this microphone. You're going to get a bit of paperwork as always, including the instruction manual. Then you're also going to get a USB Type-C cable. It's pretty long and it is pretty nice, but I chose to use my personal braided USB Type-C cable with this microphone instead. It also comes included with a mini tripod for you to mount the microphone on your desk. However, I decided to mount the microphone on a boom arm, as you can see here, and I used the mini tripod for my previous microphone. Then you get the microphone itself as well as the shock mounts. And one thing that is interesting about this shock mount is the fact that it doesn't necessarily look like a typical shock mount that you might be used to, and that is because all of the stabilization occurs inside of the shock mounts. What I mean by that is there is an array of rubber bands in the shock mounts which keep the microphone steady in one position and prevents things like rumbling and typing from keyboards from getting to your microphone. It also comes with the pop filter included, which I have attached to the microphone, as you can see here, but it is up to you if you want to use it or not. The pop filter is necessary in order to prevent plosives from getting into your audio recording. And you know what? Let's just do a plosive test right now. Patrick Rambles. Check out Patrick Rambles on YouTube. Awesome creator. And I'll just throw in a tongue twister for fun because why the heck not? Peter Piper picked a peck of pickled peppers. A peck of pickled peppers. Blah, 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 blah. You know what? You get the gist. Now let's move on to the audio quality because there isn't really that much else to talk about with regards to this microphone. And if you've been enjoying the video this far, then a sub to the channel would be audacious, audacible, or no. And now this is what the Tonor TC-30 sounds like without the audio being EQ'd or processed in any way whatsoever. Of course, the audio quality is going to get better the closer you get to the microphone like this, but for an A-roll setup like this, I don't really find it comfortable to lean into the microphone while I'm speaking, so I just sit in a neutral position and keep the microphone a couple of centimeters away from my mouth. As you can see behind me, you can see waveforms moving up and down as I am recording this audio live in Adobe Audition, and yeah. This is what the audio quality sounds like. I feel like there is a little left to be desired, and that is why I EQ and compress the audio in some ways. But I think those who are even more well versed in the art of sound design and sound engineering can get a lot more quality from this microphone than what I'm currently getting, seeing as I'm not very experienced. And now that you've heard what this microphone sounds like with the audio totally raw and unprocessed, here are audio samples from the Yotto USB microphone, the Fifine Ampligame, and the JLab Talk Go, which are the 3 other USB microphones that I have used up until this point. Alright, so this is the audio coming from the Yotto USB mic without a foam filter or a pop filter. This is directly from the microphone to your ears, if I successfully manage to match it up with the video and I do not screw anything up. So fingers crossed. By the way, all the audio you've heard in this video has been coming straight from the Fifine Ampligame without any sort of tempering or noise reduction or additional gain or whatnot. I'm not touching this audio in any way whatsoever. And if after recording I realize there were some problems, I will just leave some graphics below to show you what I did to the audio, if I did decide to do anything. Interesting. This microphone has a cardioid polar pattern, meaning the best sound quality comes from directly in front of the microphone, as if you speak anywhere else around it, your voice will not sound very amplified at all. And as expected, the closer you get to the microphone, the better your voice sounds, or the crisper your voice sounds. And now that you've heard all those samples, let me know in the comment section which one you think sounded the best. Of course, they had all been EQ'd to different degrees, so I think your results might vary depending on your audio processing skill. I'm not sure if you can tell already, but I really like this microphone. I like the fact that even though it's not a dynamic microphone, the orientation is, positioned in a way that it is pointed towards your mouth. You're speaking to the front of the microphone and not the side. I kind of like the retro vibe. They were going with the design a little. The build quality is not the best because it feels a little bit light, but you get what you pay for. What is most important is if you're satisfied with the sound quality. And for about $30 to $35, I think this microphone performs decently well. And anyone who is looking for an entry-level USB microphone can take a look at this if they don't have the budget to splurge on something more expensive. And at this point, it seems like all this microphone has are advantages, but there are still some things I'm not exactly fond of. Something like the fact that there is no gain or volume adjustment knob on this microphone. There is only a USB-C port, so it feels a little bare. And if you want to see a review of a microphone that has a ton of features even baked into the body itself, then you can check out this video.
Oh yeah. Said we drunk in the spirit, no, we don't stay sober. We don't stay sober. Hey, fly as a jet, but with no layovers. With no layovers. Ah, yeah.